Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another get ready with me. I did warn you guys already that I'm probably going to be doing these a little bit more frequently just since I have less time and less makeup. So anyway, I do have a few new products here that I wanted to use on camera today, but not everything is new, so I'll kind of tell you as we're going along. I did already prep my skin with all of my skincare for the day, so I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in with a primer. And today I am using the Nars Pro Prime. Again, this is for my makeup use up. I'm working real hard because I have my first update coming up the end of next month, so I'm trying to make some progress on some products before that update. There's nothing worse than having a Project Pan update and not having anything used up yet. Then it's like, oh, am I really gonna make it on these products? So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. Also, my skin has been super dry recently because it got really cold here this last week. We even got snow. And this is very hydrating, so I've been actually enjoying that recently. Oh, and next I'm going to apply this foundation. This is brand new. I still have the seal on it. I just hauled this for you guys, but I haven't tried it yet. It's from Physicians Formula. It's the brand new Healthy Glow foundation. And I have the lightest shade that I could find in store, which was LC1. Now, a lot of you told me, because I commented on that haul, how I thought they only had like 7 shades. A lot of you were saying they have a lot more than that. I think you guys said like 16 or something. They only had 7 shades in my stores locally. I looked at a couple different stores and that's all I could find. So there might be more online, or maybe eventually they'll get more shades. But this was the lightest shade I could find in store. So it looks like it has a giant doe foot applicator, so it looks a lot like the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So what I'm going to do then actually is use a sponge today. So I'm going to go get this wet. Also, I should tell you guys really quick, the kids are home today because it is President's Day, so if you hear a lot of playing and yelling and screaming in the background, that's just my kids having fun. So I'm going to go ahead and use the L'Oreal sponge today. As you guys know, that is my favorite. And I think what I'll do is just kind of draw this on. Or totally just put that all over my lip. I have no idea the coverage on this, so hopefully I'm not applying too much. You'll see, I'm just randomly drawing some on here, and then I'll blend it with my sponge. All right, so I'm gonna start with this amount and see. Okay, the color's good. The color's really good, actually. It seems a little sheer, so I might have to build this up. Very sheer, actually. It's totally disappearing on my skin. And as you can see, I have some discoloration to cover right now. I've had some active breakouts and a lot of redness. I think it's just stress, honestly. And also I have not been eating well because since the house has been on the market, we've been eating out a ton because we keep having to leave the house and it's just like trying to keep everything clean. So we've been eating out quite a bit more than we normally do, and I feel like that's just affecting my skin. We don't have a lot of options for restaurants in our area. It's kind of frustrating, actually. I feel like they really need to bring some more better options for restaurants in this area. We have a lot of like chains like Applebee's and Olive Garden and Red Robin, that kind of stuff, but other than that, there's really not a lot of choices. Okay, well, it is building up okay, so it is definitely buildable. I think I just did not put enough on the first time. But yeah, you definitely need quite a bit to get it to cover. I don't know about this foundation, you guys. It's not bad. It's definitely not a bad foundation. I just don't know if it's going to fit my preferences because you guys know me. I love full coverage. My favorite foundation is the Double Wear and then the Lancome Teinte Idole foundation. I love those ones. So yeah, like this looks like to me like a maybe medium coverage. It's like between a light and a medium, but it's buildable, but it's just not giving me the coverage I like. I'm gonna keep building it and see what I can do here in these areas where I need more. But anyways, yeah, the kids are off today and then they are actually off again tomorrow. So I don't know why, it's kind of random. They called it like a midwinter break. Today's because of the holiday, but tomorrow is just like a bonus day. So they're gonna be home the next couple of days. And oh my gosh, I haven't even told you guys, I actually have a lot to talk to you guys about. This weekend was super busy, so you guys have hardly seen me. I skipped my video on Sunday, and then I've hardly been on Snapchat, I've hardly been on my Instagram, I've barely been on social media whatsoever. But that was because we had a whole bunch of showings and tours and open houses. Like this whole weekend we have had people in our house like crazy. It's been kind of insane, actually, and we've barely been home. But we finally got some offers and we have a buyer. So it's official. We have mutual agreements and we are in contract now. So that is very exciting. And actually, if you guys could see right now, my house is kind of in disarray because it's the first time in like 2 weeks that I've been able to like not have to make my beds first thing in the morning, not have to like do all of that stuff. So I've been taking advantage of it a little bit. All right, next I'm gonna go ahead and I didn't even tell you what I was doing. I was applying the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Chantilly underneath my eyes. And then I'm gonna use this Artis, what is this brush called? It's the Elite Oval 4 brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply, or blend out this concealer with that. And I'm gonna just pull it up onto my eyelid as well to use it as my lid primer. I've been doing that, trying to get this concealer used up. Even though this concealer is not part of my project, but I'm still been trying to get through it because I don't love the shade. I feel like it's a little too light for me, so I want to get it used up before we head back into spring when it won't match me at all. It's already a little light, but it's been giving me like a very bright, open eye kind of look. So considering I've been super tired and needing that extra brightness, I don't mind it too much. I'm just gonna use my finger to just make sure that melts right in there. This definitely like blends things well. It spreads it out really good. And it doesn't soak up hardly any product, but I do notice I still need to like use my finger or like a sponge or something to get it to really press into the skin, because it almost just like, it's almost like a silicone sponge kind of applicator. Like it doesn't eat any up, but it just kind of like spreads it out. It doesn't blend it too well. It's so soft. It actually is really nice for concealer for underneath the eye because it's so soft. So anyways, yes, we're super excited that the house sold. Now it's getting real. We have a closing date. It's like 30 days out, so I have 30 days to pack this all up, and actually I'm going over to today to put our deposit down on the new place and get that all squared away, because it's like, now it's like actually happening. Like before I knew it was happening, but it, you know, until we have a buyer, it's kind of like it could be any time, you don't really know, and now it's like, now it's happening right now. So anyway, so I'm gonna go take care of that today. But I feel like I have plenty of time, I feel like, for getting this house packed up, because if you guys have been following me a while, you know, we move a lot. We've been moving a lot recently, just because, I want to say like 5 years ago, I want to say it was about 5 years ago, we were living in Arlington near my family, and we had been there for quite a few years. And my husband's job actually transferred him to California, and we did not know the area at all. So, oh, by the way, I just set my under eye using the Cover FX illuminating setting powder, and then the Sephora Collection brush is my favorite one for setting the under eye. And then I'm going to set the rest of my face using the Pure 4-in-1 powder foundation. But anyways, when we moved to California, we didn't know the area whatsoever. So our first choice for where we moved to, it wasn't a good area. And we didn't really know that going in. So it looked nice to us. And you know, it's really hard when you're making a move that far away and you can only fly in for a little bit to see things, and then you're flying home and it's like back and forth, and it's really difficult. And we didn't know anyone there, so we didn't really have someone we could ask, like, where should we live? And everything was so expensive there that it was really hard to find something we could afford that was nice. So anyways, our first place that we moved to was not a nice area. So then we lived there for a year just while we had, you know, we had signed a lease with a house there. We were renting a house. And so we waited our lease out, and then we moved to a nicer area, and we took that year to kind of like get to know the area and figured out where we actually wanted to be. So then we moved again a year later, and then after a year at the new place, which we loved, by the way, we got transferred again. My husband's job transferred us again back here to Washington, near the Olympia area. So we got closer to home, closer to where we're used to, but it was still like a new area for us. Like we had never lived on the South End before. So anyway, that was a lot of moving, and now we've been here in this house for close to 3 years, but we just decided it was time to move because the market is just right for it. So we're taking advantage of that, and I'm excited. It's definitely, I didn't expect to move so soon after moving this time, but we are staying in the area this time, so I think that'll make a big difference. It's not as big of a deal. In fact, our first move, which is going to be into an apartment, which is kind of a temporary thing, that's only like 10 minutes away, so that won't be too big of a change from where we are now. So what should I do next? I think I'm gonna do my eyebrows next, and I am gonna try something new today. So I have this IT Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil. I received this in my most recent BoxyCharm, and I really just wanna try it out. I haven't tried it, I don't know why, but I like the spoolie. It's very soft. That's actually nicer than my Anastasia one. It's a little fatter, but it's so much softer. It's actually really nice. I like that. Okay. And then the pencil, I have the shade, what shade did they send me? Oh, it's just called Universal Taupe. That should be good for my brows. So it is a much fatter pencil. It looks a little bit like the brow definer from Anastasia, but it doesn't have the triangular shape. It's more rounded, kind of interesting, like an oval. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a try. You guys know me, I have a hard time talking when I do my eyebrows, so we'll see how well I can talk while I do this, but I thought you guys might want to see me using it since it's new. Oh, it's a nice color. The color looks good. So it's been a long time since I did my brow tutorial. I did a brow tutorial, I want to say 2 years ago on my channel, but if you guys want to see an updated one, let me know, because I always skip forward on this part when I'm doing tutorials and get readies with me, because like I said, I have a hard time talking while I do it. But I really like this actually so far. It's very nice and creamy, easy to use where it's not like super overly pigmented, but it's not like so dry that you're like pushing real hard to get it to go on, you know? So far, so good. I have a hard time getting my brows to be somewhat even though, because they're very different shapes. So we'll see if I can manage it with this pencil. And then I like to feather out the brows. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see an updated brow tutorial since it's been a while. I feel like I've been doing them like different a lot recently. I've been trying out a lot of new brow shapes, trying to figure out what I like. Because like I said, my brows are so different. Sometimes I'll go with this shape and try to get this one to match it, or I'll go with this shape and try to get that one to match it. You know what I'm saying? So, and sometimes I've been going for the thicker, fuller look, and sometimes I've been going for a thinner look. So I don't have many brows to work with, so I can kind of customize them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side real quick. They turned out very full today, but that pencil's nice. I actually really like that. That's the first pencil I found since the Brow Wiz that I will actually use. So I will definitely use this up. Maybe, I'm gonna see how expensive this is. If it's cheaper than the Brow Wiz, I might actually even consider that as an alternative. All right, so now that I have that on, let's go ahead and do the complexion next. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this little bronzer here from Fiona Stiles. She discontinued this because I've been looking for it because I talked about it a few times recently and I've been trying to link it for you guys. And she discontinued this and I'm so sad because it's actually really good. I found it on Ulta's site originally, but she did have it on her site recently too, and now it's gone everywhere. But I've been using this brush here from Real Techniques most recently to apply bronzer, and I've been really enjoying it. I think this is called the Cheek Brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the bronzer that way today. So Lexi's in here right now. If you hear her, she's playing.
Hello.
So anyways, I'm just gonna do like a really light bronzer today. I'm just running errands today. I actually might film another video after this if I have time, but like I said, I have some stuff to take care of today, so I'm not sure if I'll have time to film another video. We will have to see. So I'm just gonna do a very kind of neutral look today with the makeup. I don't want to go too crazy. That's why I like this bronzer for that, because it's very, as you can see, like it's hardly pigmented at all. So it's super, super easy to make it look really natural. It just looks like you have a little bit of sun. Okay, so now that I have the bronzer on, I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of blush. And today I am using, what brush do I want to use? I'm gonna try this e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush and this number 7 blush in the shade Apricot Blossom. This is a really nice neutral blush. You have to be careful with it though, because it does go on pretty pigmented. So what I like to do is just tap off the excess really good, and then I go super light-handed with it, because I don't know, it's kind of difficult to blend. So I kind of lay it down softly and then I buff it out. Ugh, all these breakouts right now. I feel like my skin is so uneven. But like I said, I've just been so stressed and I haven't been eating well. Next I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of a highlighter. I'm going really subtle with the highlighter today, but this highlighter is from ColourPop. It's the Flexitarian highlighter. I like to just use my finger to apply this, and most recently I've just been highlighting like this little V shape right here around my brow. I don't take the highlighter too far down because I have so much texture and breakouts there right now. I don't want to accentuate any of that. So I just kind of make this little shape right here. And then I'm just gonna use this little brush to kind of blend it because I got a little too crazy with it on the side when I was talking to Lexi there. Let's get started on the eye look. So today what I'm gonna be using is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. As you know, I have most of my makeup packed up, and I've been using this a ton since it's one of the few things that I have out, and I've been really obsessed with it. So I thought I would share the look that you guys have been seeing me wear a lot recently using this palette. So I'm going to start with this Gorgeous Cosmetics eye brush, and I'm going to use this shade, which is called Puree, this matte brown here on the bottom, and I'm going to use that in my crease as my blending shade. I go really light-handed with this though because it's actually very pigmented, so you have to go really soft with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the outer corner here and lay that down there, and then I'll work it up into the crease and just like smoke it out a little bit to the top part of the crease. I have all these videos I really want to film for you guys that I have to wait until after the move for, because I'm like, gosh, I need, like just recently, was it this morning or yesterday, I had seen, it was either today or yesterday, I saw Kelly Gooch do a video, only one or something like that, like if you could only pick one of each category for items to save in your collection, what would it be? And she tagged me and I'm like, yes, I want to do that, but I have to wait till after the move to do that, because whenever I do a video like that, especially that kind of video, I want to open the drawer and look at all my highlighters before I pick the one. And since I don't have access to any of those products right now, I can't do that. So I'm like, dang it. And there's a bunch of other videos that I want to do as well that I'm like, I can't film that video until I have my makeup out. So, oh my gosh, if you guys want to see it, I was thinking about filming the unpacking process and like reuniting with my makeup. I'm such a dork, you guys. I think I have a problem. I'm a little too obsessed with makeup, but like I can't wait to like open up all my makeup and see it again for the first time in weeks. I've already had it all packed up. I started packing it up about 2 weeks ago, but I was like slowly packing stuff up. So some of it has been already packed up for like 2 weeks, and it's gonna be another 4 weeks before I see it. So that's like 6 weeks. That's a long time for my makeup to be put away. So I can't wait till we're done and settled and all of that. We might actually take possession of the new place before we move out of here, so if that's the case, I might start unpacking some of it sooner. We'll see. It really depends on, you know, when we get the furniture moved over so I have a place to put things away. I don't want to open up boxes to unpack if there's nowhere to put it. Okay, so now that I have like that base down, I actually want to take that same shade on a pencil brush and run that along my lower lash line here real quick. That's what I usually do on the lower lash line. I typically will just use whatever my blending shade is on the lower lash line. And then I'll use like a colorful liner if I want other color. I don't know why, but that's just my go-to. What I usually typically do. Let's see, what do I want to do next? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take this shade here, which is called Nectar. This is the most beautiful kind of yellowy champagne color. This one here, we're gonna go ahead and put that, I'm gonna use my finger and I'm gonna put that on the inner corner of my eye to like the first 1/3 of my eyelid. You'll see what I'm doing. This is so pretty. It's so light and bright. It makes my inner corner look really, really bright, especially since I used that lighter concealer today too. It just gives me that super like youthful awake look. And then I take it on the lower 1/3 of my lash line as well. So I just use my finger to do that so that you get that really good punch of shimmer. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, but I have been wearing this look a ton. I think you guys have seen it in like probably 3 videos now. I just keep going back to it because I really like the way it looks. All right, and then next what I'm gonna do is take this shade, which is called Bellini, and it's more of like a peachy color, and that is gonna go right on the center of my eyelid. And I kind of layer it over that yellow a bit, which blends them together just using my finger. And that just is gonna go right on the center part of my lid. Sorry guys, I'm having some camera issues. It keeps shutting off on me. My card got full and then my battery died. So anyways, so far what I have done is I'm just layering those shadows together. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to eyeshadow. I don't like to blend forever, so I just kind of layer things to make it look like I've been blending for a long time when I haven't. And then I'm going to take this color, which is called Delectable, and it's like a, well, it's not completely matte, but it is a purple with just a tiny bit of shimmer too. It's almost like a satin type of finish. And I'm going to put that on this Moda crease brush, and I'm just going to put that right on the outer corner of the eye. And I'm going to try to keep this as low as possible and close to the lash line as I can, and then just lightly blend it out into the crease up here, just lightly. So again, it just makes it look like I blended a ton when I didn't really. I just kind of got lazy. That's how I do eyeshadow. I take shortcuts with my eyeshadow. I don't like to use like 30 different shades of brown to create a look. I'll just, you know, use a couple and make it look like I've blended forever. So anyways, I started to say, and then I got sidetracked, but I started to say working on being healthier. So I do want to change our eating habits, but it's really hard right now with the move and stuff, like to make the time to start like cooking more and eating healthier when, you know, all our dishes are getting packed and things like that. But I'm really hoping once we get into the new place and are settled in that I can start making it more of a priority. But I have started working out again. If you guys didn't see it, I'll link it above, but I was on like a fitness journey, and I recently, like last year, I lost 30 pounds, I want to say. Yeah, it was 30 pounds because I started at 155, got down to 125, and I've been slowly gaining some of that back, and I'm up 10 pounds, so I'm like, ugh, I need to get back on the healthy train. So I'm just going to use a clean brush to softly buff this out, so there's no weird lines or anything. It's hard though, you guys, you know, being healthy is really hard. I'm going back to that same first brush, and I'm taking Puree again, which was the first color we used. And then I'm just gonna lightly build that back up where we lost it. And that is the last step for the eyeshadow. Super easy. It looks like I did a ton of work and I didn't really, so I like this look a lot. Okay, and then for the eyeliner, I'm gonna use this Lancome Drama Liquid Pencil in the shade Aubergine, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on the lower lash line, and I'm keeping this just to the outer corner of the lower lash line. I'm not bringing it all the way in because we have that really bright eyeshadow on the inside, and I want that to just kind of, yeah. And then I'm going to do a little bit of wing using my Physicians Formula Eye Booster in Ultra Black. So I'm going to do that real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got that on. I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara today. I'm using a combination right now of two different mascaras. I've been loving layering these together. So I'm going to start with the Buxom Big Shot, or no, I'm sorry, Big T's mascara, and then I'm going to layer over the top of that the Sephora Big Volume mascara. I have to tell you guys, I'm not loving the way this foundation looks. I feel like I just have a little bit too much of my blemishes showing through right now. I think it will be better on the days where I don't have so much to try to cover, but right now I just have a lot happening on my skin that just needed more of a full coverage. So the eye look is done, and now I'm gonna move on to the lips. I'm gonna try out this is brand new for me. This is the Sonia Kashuk lip liner. I have the shade Hibiscus. I had recently hauled this, and I told you guys it was pretty dry, but I tried sharpening it, so we're gonna see if it's better now. I'm just gonna go ahead and line and then fill in just slightly. It's not too bad now. It's not as dry as when I first opened it. It's not the creamiest liner though, you guys. Okay, and then I'm going to layer over the top of it this lip gloss. This is from Grande Lips. This is a lip plumping gloss. I don't remember the shade, and it doesn't say on here, but it's the one that has kind of a pinkish tone to it. It came as a little 3-piece set, but I tried this the other day, you guys, and it stings a lot. But I did feel like it made my lips look plumper, so I feel like you need the sting, or it doesn't really work with the lip plumpers, you know? Okay, that's a little pinker than I was hoping for today, but we're gonna go with it. Alright, you guys, so that is the finished look. I'm just gonna set it real quick. I'm actually just gonna be using this hydrating spray today. This is the Nirvana spray from Josie Moran. Like I've mentioned, my skin is really dry right now, so I've been enjoying applying this. It feels so good and it's so hydrating, you guys. Okay, that lip plumper is already stinging. Woo-hoo. Okay, you guys, so that is my look for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this Get Ready With Me. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. And yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.